Hi everyone, this is Nishta from Nish Online Interior Design, Paint Color Consultation and Home Decor Content Writing. Today I'm back here with another color related video, but it's not a color review, it's not one of my topics for some color category or some compass direction or some hardwood detail, but rather I'm going to be talking about a tip and trick to play with paint color in a space. So are you excited about what I'm going to be talking about today? Well, yes, 12 best Sherwin Williams paint colors that can make your space feel larger, bigger and airier. So is there a certain room in your home that feels just so congested? Maybe you feel choked up in that room. You just don't want to enter that space because it's so tiny, so small, and you don't feel refreshed. Maybe you reside in one of the city apartments and are stuck in one of the small bedrooms or a open concept area. Well, in such cases, again, paint colors come into picture, but paint colors have the ultimate magic to enhance your space, make them look bigger, smaller, cozier, cooler, crisper, or whatever way you want. So in my today's video, I'm going to be talking about a few paint colors from Sherwin Williams category that can make your space feel or look larger and airier. And at the same time, those colors are really calm, soothing. They will motivate you and end up making you feel just so jovial and rejuvenated. So, in general, what are the kind of colors that can make your space feel larger, brighter or airier? Well, number one, cooler colors. Definitely cooler tone paint colors. Well, paint colors like blue, greens, grays, certain paint colors that have a periwinkle or a violet undertone. Such paint colors can tend to make your space feel larger, brighter and airier. On the other hand, the second condition is if you choose lighter colors. So definitely if you go with darker colors in a smaller space, it can tend to make your space feel dull or dingy. On the other hand, if you go with lighter paint colors in smaller spaces, it can tend to add a punch of visual interest to the room without making it look dull or dingy. So lighter colors can definitely play a beautiful role in your smaller rooms, and don't worry, we are going to be talking about those paint colors, the LRVs and how to use them in a space. But for now, I'm going to be talking about certain do's and don'ts and tips and tricks that you must follow. Well, you must avoid lighter toned colors with a brown undertone or yellow undertone since they can appear slightly muddy. You must avoid medium off-white creamy paint colors that have a yellow undertone. You must definitely go with creamy bright colors as they're good to go. Avoid lighter colors with a red or orange undertone since they can equally overwhelm the space and make it feel smaller. You may even choose lighter toned colors with either pink or violet undertones. Lighter off-white paint colors that have a creamy base can equally work as well. On the other hand, you can simply use neutral and pastel colors on the walls. Even a stark white paint color on the ceilings, trims and walls can beautifully work in such situations. You must choose crisper paint colors that have more chroma than grey as usual. With a purple, periwinkle or violet undertone, choose a paint color with the higher LRV. Prefer off-whites with a blue, green, grey or violet purple undertone. Warmer colors with a non-yellow base can equally work wonderfully in this condition. Lighter greyish colors with an LRV over 65 are in a way good to go as well. So, you see, there are a lot of color categories that can go in this situation, and there are a lot of color categories that are a big no-no as well. So now that I've spilled all the beans about the do's and don'ts, let's get started with talking about 12 best Sherwin Williams paint colors that can make your space feel airy, bright and breezy. So the first color on my list is Sherwin Williams Extra White. Sherwin Williams Extra White is a bright and refreshing, cool and crisp white paint color with just a touch of blue undertone. The high reflectivity of this paint color makes it a perfect choice for the ceiling, trims and even the walls of a certain space. With an LRV of 86, this clean white paint color is definitely a brilliant way to make your space look larger, airier and brighter. So let's say even if your space has a smaller square footage or it receives lesser incoming natural light, extra white can definitely play a wonderful role because of two major reasons. It's bright, it's super light, and it's cooler tone, so it can really serve the best of all worlds. You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams extra white color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website. Now you can check out these pre-packaged Sherwin Williams color listings that I have on my Etsy shop. I've added the links in the description box below, and you can also find the same listings on my website under the digital products menu. These are pre-packaged color palettes that can really help you choose paint color for your homes in an affordable way. Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams Snowbound. Sherwin Williams Snowbound is a grey based off-white paint color that doesn't feel icy and cold. So if you're looking for a lighter tone paint color that doesn't feel very cool, Snowbound is definitely something to check out. This Sherwin Williams white color will definitely brighten up the dull and dingy corners without making the space look crisp and chilly. So if you're really not fond of a super bright color or a paint color or a white paint color that has a dominant or a subtle blue undertone or is very crisp clean, then Snowbound is also a beautiful off-white paint color. It's nowhere closer to being creamy or yellow. It's definitely on the cooler end of the scale, but without the blue undertones. Again, it's not as bright as extra white, which has an LRV of 86. Snowbound stands at 83 and can still look just so clean, crisp and jovial in any home. You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Snowbound color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website. Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams First Star. Now Sherwin Williams First Star is, let's say, a lighter grey paint color or an off-white paint color with a dominant grey undertone. It can be in the darker off-white color category or a lighter grey paint color range. This color has an LRV of 69 and is not as bright as the above mentioned white paint colors, but at the same time not too dark. Especially for medium sized rooms, this color will hold the undertone pretty well while making your space look larger, airy and bright. With ample incoming natural light, this color will look just so flawless. It's fresh, clean and will also be used as a whole house color scheme. But however, if you're looking to use First Star in your home and if you're looking to resell your home in the coming years, painting all the common walls of your home in First Star wouldn't be the best choice because generally buyers tend to go with more warmer tones. At the same time, they're also okay with white paint color. So Snowbound in that situation would make a better appeal. You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams First Star color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website. Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams Drift of Mist. Sherwin Williams Drift of Mist is a versatile and timeless grey paint color with a considerable depth to it. So if you're not particularly fond of the white paint colors and would rather prefer a stronger hue to brighten your space, Drift of Mist is definitely something to watch out for. With an LRV of 69, this isn't a very light or even a dark paint color. Again, Drift of Mist is not a very icy cold paint color and at the same time it's not super warm as well. So it's somewhere along the medium end of the range and you can definitely use this paint color on all the walls of a certain room. Even if you're looking to make your space look lighter with some sense of depth and undertone, Drift of Mist is very close to being a greyish color or a lighter greyish color that can play a wonderful role over here. You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Drift of Mist color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website. Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams Heron Plume. Sherwin Williams Heron Plume is an off-white paint color with a subtle and soothing warm grey base. With a major inclination for grey than beige, this off-white paint color will readily make your space look larger and airier. It has an LRV of 75, hence can create the slightest contrast with the clean white paint on the trims and ceiling. So Heron Plume is again a beautiful warm white paint color which lacks the yellow or creamy undertones. So definitely a must for this situation over here. Again, Heron Plume has just a wink of violet or pink undertone to it, which can make this color look slightly cooler if you compare it against, let's say, Sherwin Williams Greek Villa, Sherwin Williams Alabaster or even West Highland White. You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Heron Plume color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website. Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams White Snow. Sherwin Williams White Snow is a clean and crisp bright white paint color with an LRV of 90. Hence definitely one of the brightest white paint colors on this list, but definitely not the brightest white paint color by Sherwin Williams, which is high reflective white, which has an LRV of 93. So if you're not looking for an institutional type of look and rather prefer a soft and bright white paint color, this is definitely something to have an eye on. Now Sherwin Williams White Snow has the ultimate magic to brighten up the dull corners, or let's say if you have a north facing room and you need a paint color to brighten up those dingy corners, then this paint color can truly play a beautiful role in such situations. At the same time, it does not feel institutional and it can work beautifully if you want to choose an accent wall in a certain room as well. This color can also be used on the ceilings, trims, interior doors and moldings. Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams Sea Salt. Sherwin Williams Sea Salt is a calming, soothing and subtle green-grey paint color that can perfectly work for any coastal and beach house setup. This is a cool and refreshing paint color that can create an illusion of a larger space and make your space feel airy and bright. Now sea salt is a paint color that can really brighten up your dull corners. It can make your space feel lively, calm, soothing. If you're not fond of the whites and off-whites or even greyish paint colors out there, sea salt can beautifully play a wonderful role. It can go along really well with white oak hardwood, which is pretty common and trendy these days. And at the same time, it can work just simply beautifully in your south as well as west facing rooms. You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Sea Salt color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website. Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams Top Sail. Sherwin Williams Top Sail is a bright sky blue pastel paint color that can instantly make your space feel light, airy, cool, chilly, calm and rejuvenated. It's a cool toned soft blue paint color that can create an illusion of a larger space and push away your room's walls. Hence quite recommended for the south facing rooms and west facing rooms. Now, if you're really fond of using soft blues in your home and if you really want that lighter blue or a baby blue sort of a vibe, then Sherwin Williams Top Sail can truly play a wonderful role. It's not icy, chilly, cold as well, but at the same time, it's more on the cooler note. With an LRV of 75, this color can be used in kids' nursery, play areas. It can even make a beautiful accent on the front door, the shutters of your beach house, coastal homes, and you can even choose to paint your cabinets or maybe mudroom cabinets or a bathroom vanity in Sherwin Williams Top Sail. Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams Livable Green. Now when looking for the best sage green paint colors out there, you simply cannot miss Sherwin Williams Livable Green. It's slightly warmer green paint color but with a touch of sage green and yellow undertones. This color has an LRV of 61, hence falling on the lighter end of the scale. It tends to reflect the natural light and make the space feel warmer and at the same time larger. So especially for the colder regions where you even want to make your space feel slightly warmer but at the same time larger, then such warm sage green paint colors can play truly well. Of course, you have to take care that the green paint color does not have a very dominant yellow or brown undertones at the same time. Another beautiful paint color to go here would be Sherwin Williams Softened Green or Clary Sage that can equally look bright, enchanting and can work wonderfully in a small room as an accent, or you can even choose to paint all the walls over there. Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams Polite White. Sherwin Williams Polite White is an off-white paint color with a dominant pink and peach undertone. Especially for a baby daughter's room or play area, this color will play a wonderful role in making the space look large, airy, inviting and yet cozy. This is definitely a cool tone, light pink pastel paint color that will create an illusion of a larger space. So if you're particularly fond of the pink tones and the peach tones, then something like Sherwin Williams Polite White can play a beautiful role without actually choosing a pink or a peach color that may be slightly darker. Sherwin Williams Polite White is an off-white paint color with those undertones. So it can equally exhibit that similar vibe. Especially for your baby daughter's room, this color can play a wonderful role, and since it has an LRV of 74, that means it falls on the lighter end of the scale, and you can definitely use it in your home to brighten up the dull corners, at the same time feel muted, subdued, cozy and yet make your space feel large, bright and airy. Now the next color on my list is Sherwin Williams Marshmallow. Sherwin Williams Marshmallow is a soft off-white paint color that isn't too warm or cool. With a perfect balance, Sherwin Williams Marshmallow has a cozy appeal with the slightest touch of pink undertones. It can be used in any compass direction and can readily make your space look airy, large and bright. Now, Sherwin Williams Marshmallow has an LRV of 82, which means that it's a bright paint color which has a touch of, let's say, pink, but that is not very dominant or as dominant as polite white. But marshmallow is definitely something that you can use in your smaller rooms or rooms that receive lesser incoming natural light to make them feel larger. At the same time, if you want a white paint color that has considerable depth, not yellow undertones, but at the same time is bright and clean enough, then Sherwin Williams Marshmallow can truly play a wonderful role. You can check out my latest pre-packaged Sherwin Williams Marshmallow color palette for the whole house here on Etsy as well as my website. Now the last color on my list is Sherwin Williams White Flower. Sherwin Williams White Flower is a warm, clean, white paint color with a touch of warmth and the slightest yellow undertone. Yes, this warm white paint color could be an exception since it's already bright and has a very high LRV. So if you're looking to make a space feel larger with the help of a warm off-white paint color which has a wink of yellow undertones, then White Flower would truly do wonders. Under certain lighting conditions, let's say in your east facing rooms or the north facing rooms, White Flower can come off pretty neutral with a sort of beige undertone to itself. Now, White Flower has an LRV which is somewhere around 89 to 90, which means that it's a super bright white paint color and can be used in any corner of your home. So, what are your thoughts on my list of 12 best Sherwin Williams paint colors to make your space feel light, airy and breezy? Well, did you like any? Well, let me give you a disclaimer here. These are not the only colors that can make your space feel light, airy, but there actually is a huge list of other paint colors as well. So, if you're particularly not intrigued by these color categories and you may want a different color out there, then you can definitely reach out to me on my website www.nishthasadhana.com. I've added the links below, and you can also reach out to me if you can leave a comment below, and I will definitely reach out to you. At the same time, you have to be pretty smart when choosing paint colors like these. Of course, we have to go with LRVs which are slightly greater than, let's say, around 70 to 75. But at the same time, let me tell you, you can even make use of accent walls to make that space look large, airy and bright. So let's say if you have a certain room that you want to make it appear larger and brighter, then sometimes accent walls can play wonderful too. I'm going to be suggesting a list of paint colors that you can go with along with these white paint colors to go. Now here's a list of dark paint colors that will make your room feel bigger. Sherwin Williams Iron Ore, Sherwin Williams Urbane Bronze, Sherwin Williams Dried Thyme, Sherwin Williams Mount Etna, Sherwin Williams Cityscape and Sherwin Williams in the Navy. So as far as we limit the use of these dark paint colors just on the accent wall, we can definitely achieve the best of both worlds. You can pair these paint colors with lighter tone paint colors out there to achieve a cohesive and seamless vibe. Whether you paint the focal wall of the living room or the bedroom and hallways in darker contrasting paint, your space will still look brighter and brighter for sure. So are you confident about painting your homes all over again? Well, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my color consultation packages, my Etsy shop where I have tons and tons of pre-packaged color palettes in an affordable way that you can use to help choose paint colors for your home. At the same time, I also offer one-on-one 1-hour video or phone consultation to all those people who quickly want to discuss about the paint colors or just want some sort of information about what paint colors are best for their homes. Added the link below. Lastly, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as I'm coming up with such color related videos every Monday. I'll see you all guys next week. Bye.